It's time for the Country Vibe with Chuck and Becca. And now, here's Chuck and Becca.
Hello, everybody. I'm Chuck.
And I'm Becca. It's the Country Vibe on the Purple Carpet at the 2013 CMT Music Awards, and we are in for a big night.
Yes, we are. It's always fun to be on this carpet because it's all about the fans. The stars come here, they're honoring the fans, and the fans get really excited, including us.
It's very casual, laid back, and a lot of the new stars are going to be here, like Brett Eldridge. Very excited about that. I hope I get to see him.
You always find the ones, and then you watch them go right to the top. That's
I tell you, I called it.
And I'm always looking for Kelly Pickler on the carpet, so I'm going to do that again tonight, okay?
All right.
After bringing that mirror ball home,
Sure.
I want to see her on the carpet.
We're here at the CMT Awards with Brett Eldridge. Now, I'm gonna throw myself under the bus right now. I told him before you got here, I said, this is my new country music crush.
Oh, man.
That's how she introed the whole show. Yeah,
Right?
it was.
I just adore you. I follow you on Twitter. First of all, you're hilarious.
I've seen you on Twitter.
Where does this sense of humor come from?
I have no idea. I sometimes weird myself out some of the stuff I put on Twitter, but I just put whatever random thoughts are in my mind, and hopefully people like it, and I guess some people do. So as long as some people are entertained, then I'll just keep writing the weird stuff that come to my mind.
Yeah, like once a day, I read your tweets and I just start. I'm like, only he would put it that way. It's very random. Your Hungry Hippos tweet today.
Oh, man.
He said he was so hungry he could eat the hippo.
Oh, that's pretty hungry.
I could eat the actual hungry hippo. I was that hungry. I'm actually pretty hungry right now, so hopefully they got some food in here.
So as far as that sense of humor, do you see a little bit of that sense of humor kind of seeping into the music?
Oh yeah, you get a little bit of that. I have serious songs, but I like the lighter side too. So I can get down and serious and write a story song. And my first song was called Raymond. That was a story song, and that was dear to my heart. But I like to just scoop off and have fun too. So I try to cover all of it.
Well, let's talk about Don't Ya. I got to play it on the radio today. Love that song. I actually told this story. It first came out, I think, in September. They released it on one of the industry websites. And I was driving to Arkansas, and I played it 38 times in a row on the way to Arkansas. I counted. So, talk about this song. Because, it's such a sort of sexy, fun, teasing kind of song. I love it.
I wanted to write a song about how girls are very good at playing tricks on our minds. Which y'all are very good at, don't you? Don't lie. But it was, and it just kind of came out. And the guys I wrote the song with were just ready to go that day. And once I got done, I started playing it live at shows, and people started singing it back like within a few shows. We're like, we got to put this song out on the radio, and it just connected. And it's so cool to, know what you're doing, baby, don't you? I love hearing people sing that back every show. It's like. It's the coolest feeling.
I love hearing him sing it.
Absolutely.
And tell us just a little bit real quickly before we let you go, your album, finally, we're going to get it in August. What can people expect?
August 6th. The album is called Bring You Back, and I wrote 11 of the 12 songs on it, and it's a cool feeling to, have waited this long and been writing for this long to build up to this point. I've probably written 400 songs, and you got to narrow them down to 12. And so that's a cool feeling to finally be able to put it out there. And the fans have been so patient, and I've been saying this is going to come out for a long time, and now I finally get to deliver this CD. So I feel like I need to knock on some people's doors and here's the CD.
I'll give you my address.
Okay. You got a bright future ahead of you, so congratulations on everything that's happening.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much. Brett Eldridge.
That's
Yay!
Right. Hunter Hayes, everything is happening for you. I tell you, this is going to be an exciting summer for you. Are you ready for it?
Yeah, absolutely. We've been ready for it. No, we're stoked, man. It's like finally getting to do some shows where we get to play like some 2-hour sets, and got a brand new production, got a brand new show, and then leading into the fall, we get to redesign again and redesign for the fall tour. So I'm really, it's good times. We are having a blast.
Well, let's talk about this CMT tour. It's we were just talking about CMT on tour, Hunter Hayes, Let's Get Crazy tour, kicking off October 10th in Knoxville.
She wins the prize right there.
Woo! But the big thing about this tour for me is that, this tour is notorious. Everybody who's done it has gone on to be sort of the next big star in country music. So I'm curious. Certainly you've heard this. You must be excited about the opportunity.
Oh, yeah. Well, honestly, I don't think that's sunk in yet. I don't think I've had time to think about it that way. I think, honestly, up to this point, it's been yes, headline tour, right? It's just cool, we get to design a production and do a show, and it's something I've been waiting to do for a long time. Quite ideally set up. We get to take Miss Ashley Monroe on the road with us, and I'm really stoked about. She's awesome.
Now, I wrote a story about this, and I took a guess that she might be showing up on stage with you every night to sing the duet that you two have. Am I right? Am I close?
Well, there's a duet on the new encore version of the record with Miss Ashley Monroe, and that's, put
Conveniently, she'll be there.
two and two together. You know where it's going.
You can't keep anything from me.
You gotta duet in the show, and that's how. Yeah, it's a cool thing. It's a musical collaboration.
And Hunter, also, like the show's so important on the road. So what can we expect from the show?
Anything we can think of, honestly. Yeah, well, this is our first time to really look at a stage and go, what do we want to do? Not what can we do, what do we have room in the truck to bring or whatever. It's like, what do we want to do? And there's special moments that we have found, accidentally, a lot of them, over just the last couple of years of trying stuff out. And, especially this summer with all the energy in the shows, getting to bring those ideas to the table and just go, I really like that. How can we make this a nightly thing where we can actually do it and pull it off? You know what I mean? It's a bunch of stuff like that, Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, your album, is it June 18th?
18th.
Oh, it's an encore.
That's impressive.
It's sort of a repackaging of his debut album, but I think 8 new songs?
There's gonna be 5 brand new songs,
Okay.
and then 3 re-records.
See,
off
I
the
did my
record.
Hunter Hayes homework.
It's impressive.
I'm ready.
I'm blown
So
away.
make sure you check it out. October 10th is when the tour kicks off. He'll be at the Ryman. He'll be everywhere. HunterHayes.com. We are here with the band Perry. Now, I just want to get to the point that your award show performances lately and American Idol performances have been slaying me. I mean, have you guys really been consciously trying to get it up to the next level? Because, holy cow.
Well, touring is our first love. It is the love of our lives. And we actually celebrate 15 years playing together as a family on stage. So I think we finally had this moment where it was like the thing that we're doing every night, that energy that we do out on stage, we have to bring that to these television performances.
Yeah.
So it has been a conscious effort on that front.
Well, and because, before we were doing interviews or writing songs, we've been performing. That's our first love, and so we just try to bring that energy on the stage at award shows.
But I mean, I just have to say, I watch them, and I've tweeted after your performances that I'm so proud to be associated with country music after having you all represent. And so, I mean, the choreography and things, is that something you're going to be trying to incorporate more? I know that you are out on the road, and are you guys working with choreographers and things like that?
Whether we incorporate it, I don't know. I think one reason that we wanted to do certain things together, one of the most inspiring images around Pioneer was a marching band and a group of people marching forward together. So it was really important for us to bring that togetherness to certain moments on stage.
Yes. I wanted to wear marching band outfits, but she said no.
We drew the line there.
Yeah.
The carpet
Always a
is so
cool
busy.
factor.
We appreciate you guys
Thank
stopping
you.
by.
Thank
Continue
you
good
so
things.
much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. Good
Thanks.
seeing you.
We are here talking to Easton Corbin, and his new single is called All Over the Road, and you literally are all over the road. I understand you're actually getting ready to pack up tonight and head on out of town.
We are. We're headed out to Arkansas, and but we just got back from California, so that's all over the road, exactly.
Now, Easton, you've got some mileage under you now, so you've had some great hits. You've been on the road. What is the key to surviving on the road?
I think just consistency out there and try not to get too crazy. It's kind of easy to do sometime. I'll just say that.
Well, I was going to say you're going to have to come up with an entire new strategy because you're getting ready to go on the road with Blake Shelton.
I know the whole crazy part's kind of out the window.
So, I mean, I think
Speaking of
survival
10
is
times
going to
crazier
kick in.
tour, survival mode, right? No, it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Now, have you guys had a chance to spend some time with him and hang out with him a lot?
Oh yeah. I was actually out on his first headlining tour, and I
Okay.
got to know Blake and his crew and everybody. They're all great out there. I mean, I can't say one bad thing about them. And but we've had a great time out there with him, and I've looked forward to getting back out with him. Right after even we got off that tour.
And Easton, this being kind of the fan week, I'm always curious. When you were growing up, who were your favorite artists? Who did you look up to?
You know what? My heroes, my 3 biggest heroes are Merle Haggard and George Jones and Keith Whitley. And, of course, that's unfortunate, they're just the passing of George Jones. But those guys were my 3 heroes.
Let me ask you real quickly. We were talking about Blake Shelton. You're a good-looking guy, and you obviously know people who are branching out and doing other things. Do you have any kind of an interest to do things like that, maybe TV or other outside?
You know what? I'm just I'm still trying to get down the art of being an artist out here, so I better stick to that right now.
Well, you think you're doing a great job. The album and the single called All Over the Road from Easton Corbin, so check it out. So before Nelly walked over, I told Chuck, I said, Chuck, I'm just going to gush for a minute because I actually grew up on pop music. And so, I mean, I'm very excited to see all these country stars. I love country music, but I was kind of jumping up and down a little bit to get to talk to you and to see you just because I love what you do. And now I love the fact that you are working here in country music. Talk about sort of getting to blend all this together and that it's becoming commonplace now.
Right. I think where music is and where life is in general in like 2013 and 14, I think kids are growing up now where boundaries are non-existent almost. The internet has provided everyone to be almost at the same place at the same time. So, it's funny because we were talking about this the other day. I have a 14-year-old son, and he had like 8 of his friends over at the house, and I'm just sitting back and I'm just looking at his friends, and it's such a diverse group. It's like they're all from different aspects. They're all, different shades, creeds, colors, religions, and they're all sitting there and they're all having fun, and you're just watching them and you're just like, man, this is great. So, I think that's where music is now. I think the younger generations, they don't have a commonplace of I only listen to this music or this is the only music I listen to. They just love hits. They love music. They love people coming together. So with that type of energy being said, when you get a chance to hook up with guys like Florida Georgia Line and the record that they've already had being huge, and me come on and kind of take it to a new zone, when it works, it's beautiful.
What was it about that made that work? When they approached you to say, let's do this?
Well, again, you have to be a little bit careful sometimes when you remix a song that's already a hit. When the song is already 3 million, you don't want to be the reason it doesn't sell 4. So you have to be real careful. And we're on the same label. A guy who's grown up with me my whole career, Monty Lippman, who's the president of Republic, he called me and he pretty much can ask me for anything and I'm in. But he called me and he said, yo, Nelly, I got this idea and I think it could be, phenomenal. Tell me what you think. And he told me the idea and I listened to the song over and over and I said, yo, I think I may have some things I can do. Did a few things to it, sent it back to the guys. They loved it, and we're here closing the show tonight.
Well, it is phenomenal. And I just want to ask you one other quick question. We know that this event, CMA Music Festival, is so unique to the country genre. And, people talk about in pop music, you would never see all the artists hanging out in booths and meeting their fans. I mean, what's your initial takeaway from what you've been seeing as far? I know it hasn't even really started yet, but just knowing what you've learned so far about this event and this week.
I mean, obviously, if you ever get a chance to come down here and you feel the energy and you see the camaraderie and you see the quote-unquote Southern hospitality, and that's basically what it really is. Everyone here probably has a grandfather or a grandmother who would probably give them a little nice tapping if they were being rude to anybody out here. And you carry that on, and you just always remember that. So it is one of those scenarios where everyone is waving, everyone is speaking, everybody's taking pictures, nobody's bigger than the other, and they're all here for one thing, and that's the love of music.
Well, I tell you what, Nelly, you are great for music, and you're great for country music, and we are glad you're here.
And you've made my day. Thank you.